A Saudi dissident living in Canada has filed a lawsuit against an Israeli surveillance company, claiming its sophisticated spyware targeted him and then helped lead to the killing of his friend Jamal Khashoggi. The suit is filed in a Tel Aviv court. It was filed yesterday, and it follows other previously filed against NSO Group Technologies. The firm licenses exports of the surveillance technology, including to Saudi Arabia. Omar Abdulaziz claims his phone was infected with the company's spyware, which revealed his private conversations with Khashoggi to the Saudis and then led to his assassination. The plaintiff is demanding about $160,000 in damages and an order preventing the firm from selling its technology to Saudi Arabia. None of the allegations has been proven in court. Omar Abdulaziz joins me now live from Montreal. Omar, welcome to you.
Hi, thank you.
Omar, first of all, tell me about you and why you are living in Canada.
First of all, I came here to Canada as a student. I was a normal, regular student, but things have escalated with the Saudi government. They didn't like hearing my voice. So in 2013, they were trying to send me back to Saudi Arabia, but I decided to seek asylum. I was granted asylum in 2014. And since then, I just kept criticizing the Saudi regime. And yes, I wouldn't say Saudi Arabia was a democratic country, but everything has changed when MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, became the crown prince.
Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was okay. So you were criticizing the regime, and they wanted to bring you back, and you said, no, I'm going to stay. All right. What was your relationship with Jamal Khashoggi, and what kinds of projects were you planning together?
So basically, you know, Jamal, he's a guy who worked for the government almost 35 years. I was a dissident. So in the beginning, it was difficult for us to have this kind of relationship. But because of Mohammed bin Salman and his actions and his attitude, this man decided, a peaceful journalist, decided to flee, to run away from Saudi Arabia 2 years ago. So he wants just to be free. He didn't want to be jailed, imprisoned because of his opinions. So when he left Saudi Arabia, he started to criticize Mohammed bin Salman, his administration, the war in Yemen, the violations against human rights. And so we started to work together. We started to work on different projects together. But I guess they didn't like that.
Yeah, what kinds of projects?
We were working on different projects. One of them, and the mega one, I would say, it was the peace army. Basically, we were trying to control the local narratives because the Saudi government was too sensitive toward criticism. And you see what happened. Everyone has witnessed what happened between Saudi Arabia and Canada when they just tweeted something and they went crazy. They pulled out thousands of students and even the patients from their hospitals, and because of a tweet. So you might be killed, you might be jailed, you might be destroyed because of a tweet in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. What makes you think the cooperation between you and Jamal Khashoggi was, as it's written in the lawsuit, a crucial factor in the decision to have Jamal killed?
Actually, it didn't start with Jamal's killing. It started when they arrested two of my brothers, a group of my friends. They banned my family from traveling just because of that project. And they were using my brother to blackmail me. They were telling him, tell Omar to stop, to be quiet on social media, to shut down all of his activities, or then you're going to be jailed again. I didn't listen to them. I just kept working. It's my right here to expose my opinions as long as I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not saying any illegal thing or illegal stuff. So no one has the right to stop me. So they arrested my brothers again and a group of my friends. And 2 months later, they arrested Jamal. They jailed Jamal. So in the mid of August, I found out that my phone was hacked.
Okay, tell me about that. Tell me about the link you clicked in June, on June the 18th of this past year.
I had no idea about it till I got a phone call from Citizen Lab, University of Toronto. From a guy, his name is Bill Marzak. So he was telling me that your phone might be hacked. So he told me basically that we believe that the Saudi government has targeted someone in Kopak. So I directly told him, you know, if they're going to target someone, it's going to be me. He started to laugh. He said, no, that's not gonna, we have to confirm that. Then I met the guy a few days later, and we can confirm that because we saw the message, and I clicked on that message, and he was tracking the hackers who are hacking my phone.
Okay, so he was tracking the hackers. So how were they using your phone?
They basically sent me a link, a DHL link, and it was saying that track your package. As simple as that. I clicked on that link. I said, why DHL would do something bad to me? You know, why I was waiting for some of my package. And then I found out that, it was a spyware on my phone.
Okay, and so what was the phone doing?
Could you repeat that again?
What was the phone doing? Was it listening in? Was the camera on? Those kinds of things.
They were basically monitoring my phone, listening to the phone calls, reading the conversations, seeing the pictures, everything.
Okay. So why did you decide to sue NSO Group's export license?
First of all, I cannot sue the Saudi government here in Canada. I cannot sue any government in Canada. It's been we've tried the same thing in the States against Ethiopia, if I'm not mistaken, but it didn't work. So NSO, they already did that so many times. They have so many victims. So it's not the first time for them. Yeah. Things like that should be stopped. They have to hold accountable for what they've done to not just me. I'm not talking about me. They violated so many people's privacy. Yeah. You know, they've listened. They've listened to Canadian citizens. So many people, Canadian citizens, Canadian residents, they might be in danger because of that.
Yeah, NSO has been under the spotlight. This is from our CBC Online staff. Under the spotlight for months after dissidents, journalists, and other opposition figures have come forward to claim the company's technology has been used by repressive governments to spy on them. And these includes Mexican and Qatari journalists who have already filed lawsuits with NSO Group, and an Amnesty International employee who also was allegedly targeted by the software. We contacted NSO Group, and they said in a written statement that the company's technology, Omar, enables governments and law enforcement agencies to fight terrorism and crime. It says it takes an extremely scrupulous approach to the sale of its products, which also undergo vetting and licensing by Israel's defense ministry. What's your response to that?
By giving these technologies to tyrants, what do you think that they're going to do with that? As simple as that. And you just keep repeating the same thing every time, repeating the same mistake, more victims, so many. I heard that there's a guy in Mexico who was killed because of that, if I'm not mistaken. So by doing that, by giving this technology to those tyrants, you're just allowing them to hunt down, to kill, to destroy, to arrest so many activists. This is the only thing that you're doing. You're not fighting terrorism here. No, you're creating terrorists by jailing, by torturing people in jail, by helping them to be jailed. So you're fueling the situation here.
All right, one more question for you before I let you go. How successful do you think your lawsuit is going to be?
Honestly, I really don't care about that, but I just want the whole entire world to know that this company is doing business with devil. It has to be stopped. These mistakes should not be repeated again and again.
Right. Omar Abdulaziz, a critic of the Saudi regime, Canadian resident and friend of murdered Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.